Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Ballistic Barbecue. On this video, we are going to dry age a whole beef ribeye. Let's get going. All right, and here's the meat. This is a 17.19 pound whole beef ribeye. Basically just a big prime rib roast with the bones removed. This is USDA choice. One of the reasons we're going to dry age this, we'll take this USDA choice beef and turn it into the most tender, delectable, beefy tasting steaks you could imagine. One of the reasons why a lot of the top chop houses are serving dry aged beef. Basically what's happening is the enzymes in the beef are going in there and tenderizing it, making the flavors a lot more concentrated. We're doing this without any spoilage, so it's very, very cool. We are going to be using the Umai Dry Steak Bag here, which is a system that allows us to do this at home. We don't need the big special coolers and the humidifier controlled environment and everything. This controls the environment. Basically, it forms a membrane on the meat that allows all the gases and oxygen to leave, but it doesn't let anything penetrate. So it's a very nice sealed environment that it's in. What we're going to do first is fold back the rim of this bag. And I obviously took the meat out of the cryovac. All right, now we're going to go ahead and place the meat in the bag. All right, so it's all the way down to the bottom. What I'm going to do is grab that rim that I folded down and pull this up. I'm going to go ahead and change my paper here. All right, so as you can see, this is a pretty big piece of meat here. But what you want to do is make sure that you get that whole cut off to the corner, into the lower corner of this bag. Now, because I folded it back so much, I didn't end up with any, juices or anything up here. But had any of the juices got on that part of the bag, you'd want to make sure you wipe it down. All right, now Umai sells what they call a vac mouse. And it's just basically a strip of fibers that allows your vacuum sealer to suck the air out of the bag. The vac mouse goes inside of the bag here, and you want to make sure that it's making contact with the heat bar as well as going into the vacuum chamber. I'm going to go ahead and close this, turn it on. As this thing's running, what I'm going to be doing is kind of massaging the air out of the bag. Sealing. And there we go. So you can see I got a good seal here. What I'm going to do is back this up and just give it one more seal for safety's sake, about 3/4 of an inch above the seal line. There we go. All right, so I'm going to observe this bag for a few minutes before I put it in the fridge, just to make sure there's no leaks, it's not compromised in any way. Then I'm going to place it in my refrigerator, and we're going to go for 28 days with this particular piece of meat, which is going to give it a really nice flavor. Again, very beefy, very tender. So I will see you in 28 days. All right, guys, 28 days have passed, and this is what we're left with. As you can see, we have definitely lost some size here. Again, it's a lot more concentrated now. But what I've done is I've taken a big piece of meat that I paid a little over $8 a pound for, and I increased the value of this significantly. And again, it's going to be a real decadent experience, really, really intense flavor here. Let's go ahead and get this unwrapped. All right, so as you can see from that dry age process, we're left with an almost waxy kind of a bark on this meat. What I'm going to do is remove this bark. You can leave it if you wish. I'm going to remove it. I am going to save those scraps, however, for making a sausage or something. I'll just vacuum seal them and throw them in the freezer. Let's go ahead and get some of this bark removed. All right, and that's looking pretty good. We can do a little cleaning up here and there on the individual steaks as we get this cut. Let's go ahead and cut this into some steaks. All right. Very nice. Look at the marbling in this. Wow. And I'm going for about 1.5 inches thick here. And there we go. This smells amazing. It's just a very, very nice, fresh, beefy aroma going on here. Let's get these laid out so you guys can check them out. And I am going to trim some of the fat tips off, just thin that out a little bit. It's a lot of bulk. All right, and look at this. I ended up with 10 really big steaks here. And again, I took something that, I paid a little over $8 a pound, which isn't real cheap, but I can guarantee I probably tripled the value of this meat. And it is just going to be way more tender and just have a very intense flavor. So, next video will be me cooking a couple of these bad boys. The link will be attached, probably at the end, but also check the description box below. I will also have the web address for Umai. Check out their products. Again, this was extremely easy. Once I got it vacuum sealed in the fridge, it just took care of itself. Thank you for stopping by, guys. I will see you on the next video. Cheers.